Hi, Martin. We're live.
Yep. How's it going?
All right. Yeah. Selling Teams Rooms went long. That's the risk I've always taken of having this show. Selling Teams Rooms should be 10 minutes. 5 minutes later, we go. Selling Teams Rooms often goes 12, 13 minutes, but they've never gone 15 and a half. So I'm here. We're late. I haven't even talked to you yet what we're going to do on the show. No, like 2-minute preamble. Do we have any special guests? Do you have whatever? It's just,
Yeah, I see you have plenty of boxes behind you.
I do have boxes. I have them turned around because... All right, so this is a Microsoft show, not a Jabra show, but we have our intelligent camera and facial recognition. So if the camera zooms in, you'll see I have my friend Snoop Dogg with me.
Snoop the Loop. Always reminds me.
And then over here, we've got The Rock. And then to make sure that it's not sexist or anything, that we have proper representation.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Are they life size in terms
They are
of
life size.
Yeah,
she's like 5'10", and she's coming up to like here. I think she's like 5'10", and Snoop is a solid 6'4", 6'5", and The Rock is like 6'6", I think. So I'm about the same height as
The Rock. Wow.
So yeah, life size. Now they also lean back slightly, so I don't know if it's like this is actually life size or tilted back is life size. I haven't measured.
So he's just hanging back. Yeah, if you had me as a cardboard cutout there, I would be very small compared to all of those, and yourself.
Yeah. No offense to you, Martin, but when I stand up, I wanted people like my size, so it's not like I didn't want to challenge the camera of like, look at this 1 meter difference in height.
So you've got typically average height
in my world.
Yeah,
in my world, this would be the average height.
See, I need either hobbits or.
I'm being told my audio is weird.
You did kind of come in and out to start with. The audio went a bit odd.
Are we good now?
Your microphone kind of like went on overload and then it went off and then it seems okay now.
It seems okay now. So yeah, it could have been because I was in StreamYard in one browser. Then went to another one, and we started immediately, and so the microphone, maybe, I don't know.
Awesome. Yeah, like Selling Teams Rooms, I guess, went long with from the back of ISE, maybe?
Well, so clearly you watched it, so I don't have to tell you, but for those who haven't watched, it was just a lot of news. Everything from Stream Deck, which I do have the Team Stream Deck. You wrote an article about the Stream Deck, so if you don't know how to set it up, search for what? Martin Bohm and Stream Deck and Teams?
Yeah, although bad news, the plugin has disappeared for a period of time.
Yeah, I have the plugin. Somebody asked, like, I'm missing all your music. So records, here you go. It's what I've been listening to during work this week. It's Einstürzen and Neubauten, alles in allem. I've only listened to side A. Usually I'll just put a record on and just keep replaying one side until I'm tired of it, or I'm like, okay, time for something new. So I've listened to side A maybe 6 times this week, which is like once a day on average, kind of.
Oh, wow.
So we're still on side A with Einstürzen and Neubauten.
Oh, hey, Keith.
Okay, says the audio is fine.
Hey, Christian.
Let's see what else. Oh, so Selling Teams Rooms. There was talk about the Stream Deck. There was talk about blurriness in Teams Rooms chat, which I was just playing the other day on ultra wide, and it's just really small on the side. Thanks everyone for the audio. It was okay now, and I've got all the links. Let's see. Yeah, there's just a bunch. Watch. So it was so for some. We want to post the links that are talked about and all of the slides on Selling Teams Rooms. So in StreamYard, I can post a comment, but it only goes to, I believe, Twitter and YouTube. It doesn't go to LinkedIn. So I went to the LinkedIn page and pasted them all in. I don't have rights to do it. So another person or two, I think Patrick Young, maybe, I forget, asked a direct question if I was using the Stream Deck, and I responded, not for this, but I could. And it was like, hey, you can't post. So we need to figure that out.
I think we pinged earlier. We need to put these recordings on we have the Teams Friday website, but we since we switched to more video format, the kind of audio podcast bit fell off the radar. So
It did.
perhaps we'll jump. Maybe we could have a resource page for Teams rooms or whatever. We'll sort something.
We'll figure something out. And so the one question was, hey, can we get a recording of selling Teams rooms? But the exact same story is true for this show. The best thing is go to youtube.com and search for Teams Rooms Tech Talk. TECKTALK, not TIKTOK, not Teams Rooms TikTok. Teams Rooms Tech Talk.
Yeah, Tech Talk TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And you been up to much? Busy?
Usually I've got some fun, crazy little story. But this week has been relatively straightforward. I'm going to see a Talking Heads cover band tomorrow from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., which is an interesting time.
Early doors.
So I'll be drunk by 6 p.m. tomorrow, and I'll fall asleep by like 8. So that'll be my tomorrow night.
In the US, do you have the term early doors?
Early doors?
Yeah. You're going for early doors. Really. If I said you're going for early doors, what would that mean?
I'm going to Home Depot at 7 a.m. to purchase new doors.
Yeah, so we see, like, if you're going out if you're going to the pub or you're going drinking in early afternoon, you go, hey, we're going for early doors. So maybe you'd be there 4 till 7. So you're going early doors tomorrow.
Okay, I'm going early doors, which 4 p.m. isn't early. I've had a beer before 8 a.m. in my life.
Yeah, but
and not because I've been awake the entire time.
Yeah,
like I woke up at 7 a.m. and say, you know what I need right now is a beer.
Well, yeah. So, should we cover some what's new in Teams this week?
Yes, I'm trying to figure out how the sharing works. There we go. So we can kind of do some of that.
Yeah, I gave the what's new in Teams calling meetings and devices a little bit of a refresh.
It seems fresh. Hey, how do I get to this? It's like aka.ms/
what's new CMD.
CMD, like how you start command line on Windows.
Yes. Yeah, or calling
those
meetings.
Are CMD. Or calling meeting and devices, right?
Yeah, we do love acronyms. Yeah, so it's had a bit of a refresh. It's had me and Ruben gave it a little bit of an update.
I like it.
Yeah, with the graphics.
Yeah.
I've added in at the end now, there's some hidden section for government as well. So
we need to hide the government. The more government that's hidden is both good and terrible.
So this is a little bit of a refresh. So
boy, this is a lot. Is there a slide for every one of these points so I can just skip this?
Yeah, there is. If we want to jump through all of those.
Yeah, this is like the index, right? All right.
Yeah. So in calling for kind of in January, Federated group calling is launched. Easily start a group call, a group Teams call from a chat with Federated colleagues outside your organization.
The Federated bit that's new. By the way, I highly recommend being in a big group chat and just go ahead and click that camera in the upper right. Especially if you're on a group chat. I know there's one at Microsoft, the MTR Experts Connect. 249 people. Go ahead and hit that camera button. They're your friends. They're to chat. They want to talk to you.
Yeah. So I had Federated before, but this is all for group calling. So
right.
that was the one call out for January was Federated group calling. So I think next we're into meetings. So the big thing for meetings is Teams Premium general availability.
Whoa, there's a video.
There is.
What if you had a better way to meet?
I don't know if people can hear it.
I can hear it through your speakers. But yeah, so Teams Premium, kind of the add-on capability to make meetings more personalized, intelligent, secure, brings a ton of features in here. It is an add-on SKU. Also brings advanced webinars, advanced virtual appointments as well. So
at Microsoft, have you scheduled a meeting, and is everyone getting a new meeting join screen, or is it just I was on a call with some of the MTRP people this week, and I noticed like that's not the generic meeting join screen. This is, so did like Microsoft IT push one out to everyone, or did that group or that person, that organizer set up their own,
I think it was for a few people in the early rings. I think it's been Teams Premium is being rolled out. In the calling meetings and devices office hour that Kara hosts. There's kind of branded meeting lobbies, so you can see, you can brand them, set coloring. So that's one of the Teams premium features. But so you can extend your organization's brand, company culture all through meetings.
I will say, when I joined those meetings and saw the unique branding, I liked it. It looked fresh, it looked different, and I think that's good. That's the way those people at Microsoft had it, but here at Jabra, we'd have obviously some bright yellow background, and people at Link would. Now I'm going to try to mention their color, like what Link's green. Whatever other companies, your preferred color or branding. So just as soon as you click that join link in the Outlook calendar, I'm taken to your world. Welcome to Microsoft. Welcome to Jabra. Welcome to Poly. Welcome to, Landis Consulting.
So AI plays a big part in making meetings more intelligent. So it says use AI there to make meetings you attend and miss more productive. So it'll, in the meeting recordings, it'll pull out, I think it was in that video there, pull out actions, make chapters, calls out when you were mentioned, who screen shares. So some really nice features in there.
I don't know if you know this, but I've gotten the impression, and I often, by the way, read headlines and not articles, but not clickbait headlines, because there's going to be no value to the article. Anyway, is this ChatGPT or technically not ChatGPT, the underlying engine upon which ChatGPT is built, that is processing this and looking for like the auto agenda things?
Yeah,
is that right?
I think in the GA blog post, there's mentions of ChatGPT in there, and you're right. It's sort of leveraging what that provides, which I'm learning a bit more about, particularly I think this week with the announcement on Bing as well, the AI playing a much bigger part. And then the other part you can do here is make meetings more secure and apply advanced meeting protection. So you can do watermarkings, end-to-end encryption with meetings. There's a lot to it with Teams Premium. Then you got all the advanced webinars. You got advanced virtual appointments. There is eCDN capability.
This is what the advanced communication SKU should have been 2 years ago.
Yeah. So there is a great overview for IT administrators docs article that's really good and gives a breakdown kind of into every section of it, which when I was reading through and learning and looking through it, that was really helpful, and it breaks off to several other posts. So I have to add that in here. But I think the next slides, it jumps into all the advanced
some of the things.
Yeah. So there's, as well as the advanced kind of webinar functionality, if you go through, I think it'll you can download this, everyone, if you want to have a look at this deck. But yeah, so
here we go.
Yeah.
Because my question was going to be, what makes it like advanced?
Yeah. So
other than being able to change the deal, but presenter bios, that's a good one.
Yeah, some of these things are also enhancements to normal webinars in Teams. Nate says virtual appointments, fab feature for SMB. Yeah, so there's a lot to it. In the deck, I don't cover all of Teams Premium. There is Teams Premium deck available as well, so we could probably get some, maybe in a show coming up, we could do a Teams Premium special.
Yes. I like this enabling terms and conditions. I know to some companies that's super important.
Yeah, one of the advanced features is like having a wait list, I think. So showcasing brand, you can have up to 1,000 in a webinar as a capacity limit, but viewing attendees, status of registration, cancellations, viewing reporting. So that's one of those. There is some enhancements without the Teams Premium part, but I think there's more if you keep going through. It'll go through all the advanced. Ooh. Yeah, registration, wait list, manual approval. So there was a good blog post on the advanced webinars part of Teams Premium. I suspect there'll be some that jump into the detail on virtual appointments and some.
Yeah, the wait list is nice, I guess. Now, does that mean, so let's say the wait list, if we have 200 people in our webinar, 205 people signed up, so 5 people are waitlisted. Do they automatically get added to the meeting if like 10 minutes in people haven't shown up? Or is this strictly pre-webinar? If some people cancel, then you get moved, if you're 201, you get moved up a slot.
It says there, as new spots open up, people will be automatically moved to the pending approval state.
So this is all pre.
Yeah, which enables the organizer to review. So I haven't digged into what happens in a live one, but yeah, that's nice.
It's just setting the invite list.
Yeah.
You're now cool when you weren't before.
Automated email reminders.
That's huge.
What else? Keep going.
A virtual green room, which we kind of have here in StreamYard. Before we click start broadcast, we can talk to each other.
Oh, yeah, hiding.
So can you go to the green room before StageCon, do a quick briefing and test run without disturbing attendees? So it's pre meeting.
Yeah. So attendees go. I think they see like.
How's that different than just hanging out in the inner meeting before the? Oh, this is team. No, it's because it's Teams.
Yeah, but when
okay.
Yeah, if you're a presenter, you can sort of sit in the green room, talk within yourselves before the event starts. And attendees, if they join, they kind of see a little welcome screen. So you don't just jump start into the meeting where everyone can hear you. So that's good to see. Yeah, maintain focus drive engagement, so you can manage what people
PowerPoint
see.
Cameo, man.
No. So you can you'll see on the left, you've got like people's videos off screen. So
and then you can slide them in.
You can manage. Yeah,
Babic and his dead eyes.
Yeah, so it puts the focus, on the content, the speaker, rather than having multiple.
Seeing them kind of hanging there with their video on.
Yeah, so you can bring presenters on and off the screen. So we use this in one of the webinars. It was really good. The recording was very good in this format as well.
Are you gonna you're gonna use this for your training next week, right? Are you gonna use these features?
Yeah, we used it in one of the webinars we recently did, and this worked really well.
RTMP in.
Well, yeah.
By the way, if you don't know what RTMP is, real-time media protocol. Tom Arbuthnot did a podcast with Aaron Steele, who is the product manager for RTMP and NDI, and it was very, very interesting conversation. So if you want to learn more about RTMP and Teams, I'm sure if Tom's still watching, he will happily throw a mention into the chat of the link. I forget off the top of my head what it's called. I just have it subscribed in my podcatcher. So, but RTMP in, so you can now input someone else's stream into Teams, as opposed to it was just out where you would basically RTMP on Teams is like this. Take a regular Teams meeting, and then you can stream it to YouTube or Stitch or whatever other streaming platforms, LinkedIn. TeamsInsider.show is for Tom. Here's the full link to his show. But if you just go to TeamsInsider.show, you'll see the other ones. He also did, God, now it's a quiz. I forget the guy's name from the company. I forget where they migrated 20,000 people in like a month to Teams. And the other one was with, I want to say Adam Jacobs, but I could be wrong. Anyway, I could just go to TeamsInsider.show and look it up. Or I could just sit here and just guess and see if I got it right.
And the Microsoft eCDN is now included in Teams Premium. So Teams Premium is an add-on SKU. Some features are you can license just the organizer. Some features you need all the users in your tenant to be licensed. So you just need to be careful around that. I think I did see that in the overview for IT admins documentation. So when reviewing these features, you need to just view, is this an organizer only license feature and every attendee can take advantage of this, or do you have to enable Teams Premium for every user on the tenant to take advantage.
Do you know
of
on this one? Do you like for me to catch the eCDN
I think
streams? Do I have
this
to have a premium license?
Yeah, you can buy I believe you can buy Teams Premium, but you can buy this as an add-on for everybody else. I don't know all the details.
Like just eCDN as an add-on.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because that could get pricey, and then I was just thinking in the back of my head, like Collective or Hive could end up being less expensive if you have to buy Teams Premium. And thank you, Tom. It's Graham Walsh, not Adam Jacobs, that he messaged with. So anyway, this is really cool. eCDN saves a ton of bandwidth. So just imagine, right, in a town hall event, you have 5,000 people watching. You have 5,000 streams going from your desktops to Teams over your internet connection, which is only like a gig. So you don't have enough bandwidth. So eCDN solves that. What also solves not enough bandwidth at the corporate headquarters is just telling everybody to work from home on the days you do your town halls, and then you don't have to worry about your corporate internet usage.
Yeah, so this it does note there live events. So that's using with live events. Yeah, Tom says eCDN receivers needs Team Premium or the add-on. So
you're saying that's 50 cents per month? That's relatively affordable.
Yeah. Then this one is live stream Teams meetings and webinars to Meta Workplace Live.
Okay.
So haven't used or seen this.
For the 9 people who have Meta Workplace Live, this is great for them. Keep doing it. I played with my Meta Portal yesterday when I was at Microsoft. So the Teams app is available on the Facebook Portal Plus or the Meta Portal Plus now. But Microsoft, there's a problem. Intune does not support the operating system that comes on the Portal Plus, so I could never sign in with my Microsoft account. Jabra doesn't have that problem, so I was able to join a Teams meeting upstairs while making lunch because I've got the Portal in the kitchen. I have it to read me the news in the morning and those kind of things. So now I'm like, I joined a call upstairs, transferred it to my mobile, walked downstairs, transferred it to my PC. Never dropped the call, and I was on the call the whole time. That's pretty cool.
Love that transfer feature. Yeah, so I mean, you can use your Teams meetings and stream them into Workplace Live.
But dude, as soon as we support Azure or Amazon Communicator,
hey, here's the thing I got mega excited about. Actually.
Yes. So the number one question everyone has about this is, where do you get that Stream Deck Microsoft Teams faceplate?
Yes, even I asked that.
That's the number one question. And I know they do faceplates, Elgato, because if I tear this off, if I can show it, I can't really show it. I mean, I'm using the Elgato Wave XLR to take my Shure microphone XLR attachment and put it in. And I bought a custom faceplate when I bought it. Like, I just didn't want the black one. So I know Elgato can do faceplates on some of their devices. Here.
Yeah, so I had
it's gonna be upside down, but it's this green Wave.
Whoa, look at that.
There. So that's what I'm talking. That's the device that's converting analog to digital for me. So so not all of them have the green Wave.
So I think I posted it on LinkedIn.
Real quick, and it came in a separate package. It actually came first. I'm like, from Elgato, what's this? Oh, it's a faceplate. And then like a day later, the XLR showed up, and then you just snap it on to the top. So it'd be nice if they did that, but I don't know if the Stream Deck XL was designed so the button push may end up kind of being really flush. You could still push the buttons, but it have to be almost sticker depth.
Yeah. So I know you can build custom faceplates, I think. Teams Stream Deck faceplate was a limited Microsoft only promo run.
Yeah, apparently the Microsoft, you didn't know about it. Like, was it only for the interns who wrote this?
I'm not sure, but yeah, I mean that's cool. I jumped on to try. I was like, where can I get the faceplate? So yeah, I've had a Stream Deck for maybe a year or so, but I've not really used it, to be honest.
Dude, I use it daily. I have it connected to my Nest. So if it's getting too hot or cold in the office, I hit a button and increase the temperature, decrease the temperature. It'll tell me what the temperature is set. The weather right now in St. Petersburg, Florida is 73 degrees. Microsoft stock is at 261.01 down. GN, which is the parent company of Jabra, is at 73 and it is up. I can turn off my key lights. I can turn on my key lights. I can turn off the lights in the room behind me. So here I am in the dark. If I want to have it super white, for lighting, if I want the mood lighting, and then I have a bunch of OBS buttons. I can launch terminal, and then at the bottom I have what this whole point is, all the Teams buttons. So once this feature gets re-enabled, at the push of a button when I'm in a meeting, you can raise your hand, send an applause, send a heart, mute your microphone, mute your camera. So yes, use your Stream Deck.
Yeah, maybe I was going to say everything you've just demoed makes me think I should use it more.
Yes, and like I realized I was going through it. I have this link called Call Meet with a Yammer icon. I'm like, what is that? That's the partner calling in meetings. So I just signed up again. So I'm back on the partner calling in meetings Yammer.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. So I grabbed it, set it up. So I started from scratch, and my blog post takes me through. But yeah, I really like it.
Because I skipped like the first half of your post of like how to set up a Stream Deck, which is fine, right? Because this has gotten a lot of people. I know Marin during the selling Teams room, she's like, I need to buy a Stream Deck.
Yeah,
she's having FOMO.
I'm like, buying one.
The Stream Deck is completely optional. Your life is fine without one. It just makes it better, especially if you use OBS, because then you can do all the scene changes from the Stream Deck. So I haven't done. Whenever I did like the Teams Rooms boot camp and the Teams Rooms boot camps, I was using the OBS buttons. Hell, they had like 9 of them lined up to change cameras, to change views. Here, let me do a live demo on the MTR. Let me show you a Teams Rooms Android. Let me show you different PowerPoint views. So that was all controlled through that. More webinar stuff.
Yeah, so this is the enhancements to existing webinar experiences. So as well as those advanced webinars in Teams Premium, that there is enhancements to the existing webinar experiences. Similar things to what was on the one bit, but yeah.
So this is the air quotes free. This is what you get basic. You don't need the premium license.
Yeah. Next up, I can't.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how a mouse works. Oh, paging on video gallery, and this is in Teams meetings.
Yeah, so in meetings.
I always had okay. I got confused for a second for Teams rooms.
Yeah, so you can page through. So like at the very bottom, I had to put some arrows in because it's quite hidden. Yeah, you can page through. So.
Oh, you have to hit this little icon. Is that what this is saying?
I think so. Yeah, to page across, and there's one up there. I think the next one is Is it meeting toolbar usability improvement? Yes.
Yep. So hang on real quick. So what this is if you have if 10 people have their video turned on, you see the 9, you hit that button, so you then get a new page of the 10 through 18th.
Yeah, it says the maximum number varies depending on your device config, internet bandwidth. Navigation controls will appear below the video gallery to see additional videos of attendees.
Yep. So if you want to see that one person that never talks and naps, so that they don't talk, so they eventually get moved off the primary stage, you can look at them on the secondary stage.
Yeah, and so rolling out is the kind of meeting toolbar usability improvements. So now there's a dedicated button for raising hands, switching between view modes, navigating to your next meeting just got a little bit easier. So I'm still getting used to having a separate button for raise hand. I still see quite a few people accidentally raising hands because the raise hands has a separate button to the reactions. But if you use your Stream Deck, you've got all your reactions at your fingertips when the plugin's back. But yeah, I'm getting used to that, and kind of the toolbar's been all sort of shuffled. So it looks like that on there.
Teams devices. All right, let's go. What do we got? Start whiteboard from a Teams meeting from Teams rooms on Windows. So this was like request number 1. I believe Skype room system had this, and then it got taken away.
Did LRS have this?
And now Teams rooms gets it back, where you can before this update, Teams rooms Windows could always view a whiteboard, and if you had one of your monitor, one of the displays was a touch screen with Teams Rooms windows, you could walk up with your finger and join in the whiteboard session. What you could not do is be on the touch console and say, let's start a whiteboard. You had to do it from a laptop. So you can now, from the touch console, tap a button and start the whiteboard. So that's the only feature. A lot of people are like, oh, whiteboard is now available on Teams Rooms windows. No, it's always been available. You just couldn't launch a new whiteboard. Martin, Wasif is asking the slide deck. Where do we find that? It's ak.ms/what's-new-cmd.
Yes. Yeah. So
yeah, he's on LinkedIn, so I can't type that in, but you won't see it. But it's aka.ms/what's-new-cmd, calling meeting devices. And the recordings of these are always available on YouTube. Search for Teams Rooms Tech Talk. TECHTALK, Teams Rooms Tech Talk. And all these are all of our shows are recorded there, as well as Selling Teams Rooms, as well as Amanda Stort's Inside the Numbers, whatever her show is called. Bunch of other things are at Teams Rooms Tech Talk. Meeting chat. So this one was exciting.
On gallery, and no, couldn't find a picture, I'm afraid. I do like
That's where you make one.
I failed, sorry. But yeah, so
yeah, there's a little bit of talk about the chat being unreadable because it's too small and scaling and all kinds of other fun things. Thanks, Tom, for posting those two links into the LinkedIn chat for me.
So
for us.
It says the functionality is available to users through the view switcher on the meeting consoles. So I've not seen this, but yes, I should have done a.
Yep, I've seen it. It works pretty well, but when you start getting into 21:9, like widescreen, it starts getting a little. It's a first release. Let's just put it that way. They're working on improvements. What's this one? What are our new experience? Critical component can require user action. What is this one? Do I even know this one?
So I think there might be a screenshot further on, but yeah, it's something to do with the in-meeting notification improvements.
Yeah, so, what is an in-meeting notification? Like your bandwidth is crap?
Yeah,
or whatever it officially says?
Yeah, it says critical notifications that require a user action will continue to be available. Yeah, but again, I couldn't find anything in there. I think on the new look, there may be a screenshot of that, of an example, so we can have an
example. So when we see the new look, there's the new look.
Yeah, so this is the new look on Teams Rooms on Windows. Does it look familiar?
Looks exactly like Teams Rooms on Android, which I'm okay with, because Teams Rooms on Android was designed like 2 or 3 years after Teams Rooms Windows. So let's do that. I am in the TAP program, so I am looking at it right now. I guess since we have that screenshot, I can show this. So there's the front of, and then there's the touch console showing.
Ooh. And what's
showing it?
Yeah, so not available yet. Generally available, and it says end of this quarter in a later release. So it says
I think the only issue I've run into is when setting a custom desktop, and I know it's a valid custom desktop image. The background on the front of screen, it didn't show it. It just went to like a dark blue. But if I reset to one of these built-in themes, then I get the new themes. So I haven't checked the TAP 100 channel lately to see if that's a known issue. I think it is. I scanned it really quickly. So I think that might be the last issue they're cleaning up is support for custom.
Yeah, you call the deck calls out each one of these, and I think that meeting notification one is the center right.
Oh, center meeting is center right. Oh, this one.
Yeah, there's a bigger screenshot further on. So if you skip through,
okay. So let's. Oh, because we're kind of popping in. Okay, great, exciting, new look and feel, cool. I mean, I'm not blaming your slide. I'm just like, that's nothing exciting to talk about.
Yeah. So that's on the console and the front of the room, isn't it? Updated buttons on the console.
You'll notice on the console it's no longer black, so the touch console also gets some pretty colors. This was always the reason on Teams Rooms Classic, let's call it, before they went for Teams Rooms Android. There was never support for changing the colors and changing the graphic on the touch console, because back in the day, people would use a white background and white text, and you couldn't read it, or it led to readability and accessibility issues.
Okay.
How they've addressed that, if you put a bright background with all the white text, just meet and call, I don't know. I haven't tried it, but that was always the problem, is that customers would put images on the touch console that made the touch console almost illegible, and they were happy with it, but all the end users were going, is this Teams in Windows 11 or just new look in Teams itself? This is for Teams Rooms.
Yeah.
Steve. So Teams Rooms Windows. So the appliance, well, not appliances, but the thing you would put in a conference room. So this is for Teams Rooms on Windows conference rooms.
So I think we just go through those other shots in here if you want the details. Yeah, new overflow menu screen.
The sign-in failed. So this is...
Yeah, so perhaps that's where we're looking at those
sync failed. This is more of the Teams notification. I think the sync failed.
Mm-hmm.
And sync would be to exchange, to grab the new calendar invites. I can say in my testing, and I don't know, I'm not going to say this is specific to the new UI, forwarding a message, a Teams meeting to Teams Rooms, it's showing up on the Teams Rooms calendar, the touch console on the screen, super fast, like 10 to 15 seconds. I've been told it's a 2-minute polling window, so maybe I just got lucky. Or it has changed from a 2-minute polling window, meaning Teams Rooms Windows every 2 minutes checks the Outlook calendar to see if there's a new entry. That may have changed because it's been super fast the last couple times I've done it.
I gotta go in a sec, but we can quickly
plow through.
Yeah.
Okay, new screenshots. These are all match what we have on Android.
Yeah, that's the updated view switcher. So you can, I think, customize, like front row. You can choose what's on left. What's on
this is a little nicer because it gives you the options to show chat or whatever. I think currently there's like a show chat in this long list. It's not kind of broken out, which I think they're setting themselves up for features that are unique to a specific view. Because then you could have something here that doesn't apply to all the other views. The Poly CCX 350, this was announced at ISE? And the excitement on this is it's all physical buttons. It's a lower cost phone because it doesn't have touchscreen, so physical buttons are cheaper, even though there's more parts. The screen itself is cheaper. So Poly making a phone that I think is great. It says in your slide here, touchdown spaces. To people like me, that's common area phone.
Yeah, and ideal for glove hand environments.
What hand environments?
Glove.
Oh, for glove hand environments.
Such as retail.
Oh, if you're wearing gloves on your hands. God, I'm thinking like white glove, the executives. I'm like, what? Okay. So I'm guessing the ability to grab the phone off the cradle is easier.
What's it say that? As well as other scenarios where devices need wiping down, durable design, debris resistance. I wonder what debris is.
I don't know.
From, but okay. And and there is an update for Teams desk phones.
Seems like a bug fix, which is fine. Like,
does appear,
keep sending out updates. I don't think I knew about that. That's a good looking phone. That's one of the new Audio Codes phones. Nice screenshot there, Martin.
Yeah. I try and pick, if I do need to find an image, I try and pick one from every.
That's a cool looking phone. All right. Do Teams phones have a voicemail indicator light? Do they actually have a light?
Yeah, they do have a light. Yeah.
I think they have a light. Yeah, MWI, right? Message waiting indicator.
Yeah.
I've got a common area phone next to me for the German American Society in Tampa Bay, and crap! Here's the phone. Parts go flying.
It was the phone.
And I just see missed call from. I don't see a flashing light. I don't know if you can see it.
On the top, it has an LED right at the top. It's not flashing. Well,
it's not. Yeah, there's an LED.
Yeah, I think the audio code's there. Top right's got like a little white thing on it.
And it may be that I've like touched the phone since this voicemail came in 2 days ago, and I haven't responded to it yet.
I do have a Yay Link. I think the T55, it has like some buttons and a little screen, and it is flashing red now. I see it flashing.
So for nothing else, if you can read it, it does on the screen tell me there's a missed call. Oh, that's just a missed call notification. That's not a voicemail. So in theory, yes, Teams phones have a message waiting indicator or voicemail indicator light. All right, you got to roll. I think that's that for this Teams Friday. This is the what's
new.
So
there is the road. There is like what's new in the roadmap, what's changed in the last month in the deck. So go download it.
Yep.
But have a great weekend. If I don't.
Oh, Bill Stewart. By the way, Bill Stewart jumps in. It's an either a light or an indication on LC, but not all do.
Okay.
The light or the indicator.
Thanks, Bill.
So, all right. And you think maybe, I know we're going to talk, may not happen, team security next time, right?
Security. Yes, we did try and get Jim, didn't we? But he had to.
Timing didn't work out. And I wasn't expecting him this Friday. I was expecting him in 2 weeks. But like we did for education, team security. So we're going to get an expert, Jim Bannock, if that's how you pronounce his last name, is a coworker of Martin, former coworker of mine, whose focus is on team security. So Azure Active Directory and all that kind of stuff, not the security and governance side, correct?
He does do a lot on that side.
Oh, he does security and governance as well?
Yeah.
All right. So next Teams Fridays, we're going to try to have security talk.
Yeah, and we'll try and get the recordings and stuff sorted out. So.
Yeah. All the recordings are on YouTube. Search for Teams Rooms Tech Talk, and then maybe on the Teams Fridays webpage.
We'll sort that out. Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Awesome.
Goodbye,
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.
Bye, everyone. Bye.